My name is Justin Berger. I'm the director of our Life Solutions department here.
My name is Haley Berger, and I work for Care Counseling as administrator, and I also help with the Life Solutions department.
We get a call from our security guard one night that somebody's here, they need a place to just take a rest. They give us a call and say, hey, can they come in and have a seat? They saw the light that was on and they came in and said, absolutely.
We ended up starting to work with them. They were living in Four Corners, so they were walking like 5 hours to get to us. And we interviewed her to come into our program.
13 weeks of classes that offers a mentor with counseling and food and everything that we offer here at the Hope Center. We brought them in hopes of being able to help them get on their feet.
She's so motivated. She's taken every single guidance and direction that we've given her, and she's ran with it. They didn't have a vehicle. She ended up finding a friend that was able to give her a vehicle for the time being. They started up a food company. She's an amazing cook, and they were doing really, really well selling their food around in the community. And one night on a Thursday night, we got a phone call around 9 o'clock that she had been in an accident with an 18-wheeler. Her car had broken down, and she was on the side of 27 pushing the van.
She had two of her girls in the van with her, and just 8 months pregnant. A semi-truck comes and sideswipes the van, total in the van.
And she said to us, I felt wind and I backed up. And we're like, Christina, wind comes after the impact, not before. She's like, I know it was God telling me to move. And she said when she backed up, that's right when the 18-wheeler hit right where she was standing. The whole back end where she was and behind the girls was completely crushed in, but the door where the girls were was completely safe. So she went to the hospital that night. She got checked out. She was okay. The baby was okay. She was 8 months pregnant at this time. So thankfully, no early labor or anything like that.
We came back here on Monday and said, what can we do?
I had just challenged our team on our Zoom call to look beyond themselves and how they could help be a part of solutions. And so it was that morning that I got off the call with our B&I group that I found out that we had a lady in need of a vehicle. And the first thing we thought about was, why not unite with them and give that group a chance to be a part of the solution? And so we reached out to them immediately, and literally within 90 seconds, had someone respond and said they had been trying to give a van away for weeks, which is weird enough, and they wanted to do it that day.
It was a week before Christmas, and I remember I was making bread pudding to sell as an extra income. And I was like, oh my God, I have all these orders to put in. I can't get to the grocery store. I can't deliver it to them. And I remember I was breaking my head. The Hope Center calls me and they're like, listen, let's go get your stuff out of the car. I went to the car site and we took everything out. Like, we're coming back and they said, we're gonna just stop at the Hope Center really quick. They're like, someone donated toys and you can pick them up for your kids. And I'm like, okay, no problem.
She came and walked out back and was going to get some presents that we had for her children. And then we stopped, paused, and we were all there waiting for the moment. And we said, wait a minute, the real present's sitting behind you.
And I'm like, where? Inside? And I'm like, we just came from inside. He goes, Christina, here. And I'm like, where? I was looking for something small, like a wagon. And once I lifted up my vision, there was like a van there with like balloons and a boat. And I'm like, how I didn't see this? And I was like, that's mine.
And she literally fell to her knees and began to weep to realize that we had delivered this. And we were able to communicate to her, God sees you. Right in the midst of the chaos you were in, he saw your need and he found you a solution because he loves you and he cares about where you're at right now.
The most amazing part is that all the glory was given to God.
I'm here because I have hope. So I just feel like from here on, it's I want people to see me and be like, oh, she's a Christian. I know she is, you know? And I think that's how I've been carrying myself, and that's how I want people to see me.
By unifying communities, God becomes present. He says, wherever 2 or 3 are gathered together, I'm there with you. So we come together with a goal of meeting people's everyday needs so that we can have an impact on their life which will help us point them to God. Her family still struggles today. They still have issues. This isn't a one defining moment in her life. We say, oh good, check that box off. She got her vehicle, good luck. We're walking through life with her. She continues to struggle. She continues to face issues. And isn't that what we're called to do? Matthew 25, Jesus says, whatever you do for the least of these, you do for me. That's what we try to do every day. We try to be there present in their life. And we want to meet their needs in this life, but ultimately we want to point them to the life to come. That's ultimately the most important need to have.